Hello MS community, welcome to Cooking with Raquel. I am going to be making a recipe from the MS cookbook. This is my locally famous granola. All of my friends are constantly asking for it. It's absolutely delicious. I think it's better than any granola I've ever tasted. And it's made with just seeds and dried fruits and a little bit of honey and coconut oil. So we're going to begin. Again, I really love this recipe. Everything goes into one bowl. Super easy. Don't even have to think about it. We're going to start with a cup of sunflower seeds. In the cookbook, it says a half a cup, but I am doubling the recipe. So we have a half a cup of sunflower seeds. A cup of sunflower seeds, sorry. A cup of pumpkin seeds, and again, I use all organic seeds, but you can use any seeds you want. A cup of sesame seeds. You can use a little bit fewer sesame seeds because they're so small. I'm using a cup of walnuts. In this particular one, you can also use almonds or another seed if you prefer. A cup of raisins. And I like to take the raisins and break them apart with my hand so that when they are in the granola, they're nice and separated. So I just kind of sprinkle them. I don't just drop them in. I actually separate them with my fingers as I go through. And then the very important thing about the next thing, did I put in the flax seeds? I think I didn't. Cup of flax seeds, really important. Flax seeds are the basis of the health for this granola. And again, I like flax seeds, so I've put in a little bit more. The proportions here don't matter, do your thing. But I like to have it evenly proportioned, but you don't have to do that. If you like one thing more than another, please put it in. The key now is that we have all of our dried fruit, which in this case is raisins, our nuts, which is walnuts, and our seeds, pumpkin, sesame, flax, and sunflower seeds in this case. We are now going to take our coconut oil. It's about, what does it say in the cookbook? It says half a cup of coconut butter. We've heated it on the stove, so it is now liquid. And what's really important here is that the coconut oil needs to coat all of the seeds, nuts, and fruit, because our next ingredients are going to be our nutmeg. Now, I've said that you can use a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, but I'm so, accustomed to doing this that I just liberally spread on the nutmeg, and I put more cinnamon. So it says a half teaspoon of nutmeg and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I think the vanilla extract is important. It gives it a really great flavor. Teaspoon of vanilla extract, and that's it. And then we're going to mix all of this together again. Look how sort of it gets kind of shiny. It all gets shiny. You know that the sunflower seeds are covered with the oil when you really see kind of a shine on them. So you really just keep mixing and mixing. Get all the stuff at the bottom. I can see, when I look at the bottom, I can see that some of those sunflower seeds are dry. Those are the ones I kind of look for because they're white and they're easiest to see whether they change color with the oil on them. So I have, again, I doubled the recipe from page 44 in the MS cookbook, Raquel's delicious granola, and we are now ready. And all I'm going to do is so simple. I've got a big pan here, not greasing it, I'm not doing anything, it's just a big pan. I like it because it has high sides, and I'm just going to dump. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot the honey, which would mean that the granola would still be wonderful, but it wouldn't have that a little bit of a sweet taste that I enjoy. So I'm going to put that honey right in here, and in this case it's about a tablespoon of honey, and my spoon has holes in it So I'm using a little bit more. Again, we just happen to like it a little sweeter. Not everybody does. And that is going to give us the sweetening that we like. When I work with honey, I always have a cup nearby, and I put the spoon into the cup to use it later. So all I'm going to do, since I forgot the honey, is I'm just going to mix it into the rest of it here. And you can see that my philosophy of cooking is cut everything into the size you want to eat it, put in the ingredients you like the most, follow a recipe that gives you the basic idea for what you want to do. Some recipes obviously require more strict adherence to ingredients than others, but usually most of my recipes you can just learn how to do the basic thing from the cookbook, and then you can add your own twist basically on what you like. And so here I've added that honey at the last minute. So I'm going to take the rest of the granola ingredients, just going to mix it in with the honey, make sure that it's all sweetened. All right, there we go. By the way, all of these pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, and sunflower seeds were raw when I started. And that's important because they're going to get toasted in the oven in a little while. So this is all there. I'm going to take every inch of the granola off of the spoon, and voila, it is ready to go into the oven at, I think I said 300 degrees. Sometimes I put the oven up a little higher. 300 degree oven, which I will heat now. And when the oven reaches 300 degrees, I'll put this granola in. Now what's important about this granola is that it can burn very quickly, because these are very natural ingredients that really don't need to cook very long, and there's nothing for them to cook into. So this granola, I always put a timer on for about 5 minutes. Then I look at the granola again, make sure that nothing's burning. I usually take my spoon and move it around a little bit so that it gets crunchy on all different sides. Then I set my timer for another 5 minutes. This granola is usually ready in about 10 or 15 minutes, sometimes up to 20, depending upon your oven. But you know, it's really important that you check it so that it doesn't burn, because when it burns, it doesn't taste very good. All right, enjoy your granola. This is a fabulous breakfast meal. We typically eat this with a coconut yogurt, or with, some people enjoy it with almond milk. And we also just have it by itself with a little bit of jam. Enjoy Raquel's granola.